Hello friends and welcome to the Urban Hostanic channel, Wednesday Quickies, the Christmas edition. If today is your first time visiting with us, we want to extend you a very warm welcome and invite you to watch any of our over 400 videos that we've arranged for your convenience in playlists, as we are confident you're going to find something both enjoyable and entertaining. If you've been here before but you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do subscribe. If today is your birthday, we want to extend you a very happy birthday. In today's quickie, we're going to discuss how we are taking the do-it-yourself concept and skill in repairing something that can be an heirloom or can be something that has an emotional value or something of this nature. So we're going to show you some very common and easy to make repairs that will return functionality to an object that you love and you want to keep, and often you cannot replace for whatever reason. It might be something that your nanny gave you. It might be Nana, not nanny.
Some people have nannies.
Yes, but probably nannies don't give them things that they just want to keep.
Yeah.
Or something that is not made anymore, something that it is not necessarily replaceable, it could be, but something you cannot just go out and buy the same thing. You can replace it, but it has some value to you. So here's where doing it yourself and fixing something you have makes a lot of sense. So stick around and we're going to show you our project. So as you know, we recently moved to North Carolina, and part of moving, of course, is moving your part of your things, right? What you have collected through life. And one of the objects that we kind of like, and we cannot find the exact replacement, even though we can find a functional replacement, is this sewing kit box, which could have been handled better in transport. As you can see, it's falling apart. There is a piece that is missing here, and I think we have it somewhere, right?
We do.
Okay. So we want to keep this. It has sentimental value to us. So we are going to spend some time repairing it today. So stick around and we're going to show you everything we're going to do. And speaking of stick around, as you can see, this thing separated. The thing. So we're going to have to fix that. We're going to have to fix this back panel that broke. We need to reinforce this because this is what holds the screws. And of course we need to repair this damage, and we do have the piece that came off. Alright, so we were lucky to have the piece that broke off, and here it is. And it seems this is all in one piece, which makes things easier. And here we are. Of course this is not the repair, but as you can see we have a very good match. And now we're going to decide how we're going to go on with the repair. Our main tools today, and we've not 100% decided how we're going to do, but we have some CA glue and an activator. And of course we have our trusty Titebond 2 premium glue. And we have what's called a fabric glue. Well, it fell off on the floor. And we have a spray, an adhesive spray, which we're going to use for the top pillow that has come off. So let us get it set up and we're going to move on with the repair. So after very, very detailed consideration, we decided we're going to use everything. We're going to use the CA glue for part of the repair. We're going to use the Titebond glue for another part of the repair. We're going to use the spray glue for the third part of the repair. And we added some blue painter's glue that originally purchased for our 3D printer bed. That is its purpose, to hold things for at least 20-30 minutes for things to be ready for us to use the screws again. So let's start the process. Okay, we're going to start by applying some CA glue to this piece that has not separated but clearly has been cracked all the way through, and we need to add both strength and prevent it from separating. So we'll put a little CA glue there.
I feel like it didn't really get down in there though.
You don't think it did?
No, I think it's just the surface. So I feel like it needs to be.
Well, let's hold on. Okay, press it now. Wow. It did stick immediately. You notice?
That's powerful stuff.
Yes, it is.
That one.
Huh?
I said that one.
So, we use CA glue and an activator. But you stick yourself. Sorry. And as you can see, the little crack has closed. Now, if we want to refinish it, of course, we could use sanding,
Sandpaper.
the sanding process, that thing. All right.
So
And now we're going to use some Tide Bond glue. We need to put glue here and there. So let's put glue on this piece and then attach it.
can you pull that end out a little bit so I can see it?
No, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Right, let's use 2 pieces of tape. All right, make sure it is flush. And this will dry.
Is there any coming out over there?
No. It will take 20-30 minutes to dry. And of course we're going to let it, we're not going to put a lot of pressure on it to start with. We're going to let it cure. The other way, wood to wood, because we have to work here, yeah. Hey Google, set a 20-minute timer.
Okay.
All right. And while this is drying, well, let's do the other one so it will dry too.
Okay. But we're going to use CA glue on that one?
No, we're going to use wood glue since we are going to wait anyway.
Okay.
The only reason being that if this for some reason doesn't work, which should work, CA glue cannot be applied afterwards. I mean, can be applied afterwards where the other direction doesn't work. So what I'm saying, guys, we were considering putting CA glue here, but if the CA glue did not provide a good bond, okay, if you want to get the... If the CA glue doesn't provide a good bond, it will be very hard then to do the wood glue, where the other way around works nicely. So if the wood glue doesn't work, we can do CA glue. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you put a lot of pressure, because we don't want it coming apart. And again, the glue here acts as a clamp. That's, I mean, not the glue, the tape here acts as a clamp. And this will be a very hard piece to clamp anyway, right?
Right.
So as you can see, I mean, this is a cut here, and I don't know if you can even see it in the camera. You can feel it, but you cannot see it. So it should be a good repair overall.
Maybe
Yeah.
another.
You cannot see it, it's fine.
I can. Do a little bit of that, see if I can get a little glue under it, and then wipe off the surface and then tape again. Help hold it in place.
And the last repair we're going to do will be the top. And then we're going to wait until Google tells us that time is up.
So what we're using for this is this multi-purpose adhesive spray.
Multi-purpose.
And I think best for me to spray this and then
Yeah.
just press the thing into place.
Yeah, I think so. No, the spray, Mel.
Now we were doing it now.
I think we're trying to get all the glue set up at a similar approximation of time.
You put more in the edges. It looks like originally they only had it in the edges, you know.
That's why I'm trying to go around.
And if that comes apart, which I don't think it will, then we can use CA glue for that too. But this should work okay.
We might need some kind of weight to help hold it down.
Yeah.
Just press it into place. So Somebody has a very heavy book we could use.
Someone is attached to the camera.
This works too.
This is very creative
Waiting.
DIYing.
Okay. So now we've got time.
Now we're going to come back with you when the glue has dried. This is very exciting. Waiting for glue to dry. This is as exciting as waiting for grass to grow, right? I don't know if it is more exciting.
Or watching golf.
Or watching golf. And as you can see, this is a repair that really you can only do yourself. I don't know anymore anyone that does those repairs, even though there should be someone. In the old days, I'm not that old actually, but in the old days before me, there were people that would do little repairs like that, right? Nowadays, there is no one. But again, this is something we want to preserve and keep, so the only way was for us to fix it. So let's wait for glue to dry and we'll be right back.
A few minutes later.
So part of our purpose today was to show you that you don't need specialized equipment or a lot of stuff in order to do some really good repairs. And don't be afraid to use your imagination. Blue painter's tape is a great material that we have used a lot in our projects, and it is very versatile for most projects. Unless you need a lot of strength in the joint that you're trying to make, the painter's tape will provide enough adhesion to keep the two surfaces together until they are glued together. Does it make sense?
Glue sets.
Right. Now, if you need to have a very tight joint, that will not work very well, but just to keep the two surfaces touching, painter's tape is one of the best ways to adhere two surfaces together. And again, don't be afraid to be creative. I mean, we're using a, what do you call this thing?
Baking pan.
That one. I don't do kitchen equipment, so you know. I can eat what it's baked in this, but you know, I don't need to know its name. But anything that has weight, you can use a book, you can use an iron. I mean, you know, something with weight to keep the surfaces together. And we had to add a little bit of blue tape in our corners because they were kind of lifting, so there was not contact adhesion between the two parts to keep it down. But other than that, we're just waiting here. I would like to say that I'm consuming some eggnog, but I'm not.
But we have eggnog.
Why we're not consuming it?
You didn't ask for it.
We will not make you wait 20 minutes, but we will be back. Alright folks, in 20 minutes finished. We hope it's enough time. Ideally you want to leave it overnight, but we hope it's enough time just to show you the results. So we will start by removing the history of the world from our, see? Okay. And carefully remove the tape. And again, it might need an application again. We are doing it a little early, primarily for videotaping purposes, right? And I hope it's all good. So I'm going to take the tape from here too. I know this is very exciting, isn't it? No? Riveting YouTubing. Oh, yeah, taped it underneath.
All kinds of tape there.
I know, I just didn't realize it. Alright, we'll take all the tape and we'll be right with you.
Well, let's just show them.
Oh, that's very exciting. Everyone wants to spend their Christmas watching someone remove tape from it.
That's like a reveal though.
Yeah, but I revealed that
It didn't work.
it did work, but it needs to set up a little more.
All right. So we need to put that back together. We'll come back.
That's probably fine.
Okay. So now you've got the screws aligned with the holes that were already existing.
Hopefully, yes.
The screws back in. And it was very convenient because the screws came out on the bottom side on one and the top side on the other. So,
And long term, we might have to do something with the screws, i.e. Put something in there to
Fill the holes.
yeah, fill the holes.
Here. Move that back into place. This is not lined up.
But it's not lined up because the screw is not in yet. Hold on. And the CA glue worked better actually than the CA part is done. Yeah. So it almost looks like we had no damage. As you can see, it works really well.
This is the back panel that had come apart.
Right.
This top thing seems to be pretty secure right now. I think it still has a little bit of drying to do, but
Well, and again, we kind of did it faster than I would have liked, but we're trying to finish the recording. And this is not biting as well. So we'll probably have to remove the screws when it is completely, this is doing a little better, this screw is, I can feel, and you can see it's enough friction to ratchet, where this doesn't give me enough friction to ratchet. Almost. And here we'll just use like a match to put in the hole or something to fill the hole to create more of a bite, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Ta-da! And we're going to leave it to completely dry, and we are having a functional sewing box again. That's all, folks. But I don't remember how exactly it was before it came apart, but that looks fine to me at least. And we can make it tighter, but I don't know.
I think this probably needs a little bit of a touch-up, but we can do that. That's not a problem.
Well, the corners came, I mean, this part, you wouldn't even know it came apart.
Yeah.
I mean, if you remember, this was completely off, this whole area.
That back panel. So, yeah.
And the CA glue definitely worked very well here.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot even see the crack, and it held. The
I
screws are...
can't see the crack.
Yeah. Crack's not good.
Here we have to do something to attach the screws a little better. And again, we might just put a little bit of that piece of dowel or something there.
Mm-hmm.
But everything is repairable. I would recommend, if you do a repair like that, to wait longer than 20 minutes that we did for the glue to dry fully.
Oh.
But definitely this is an easy repair, I think.
Yeah.
And the result is good. I mean, if you look here, if you remember, that was completely separated. And you can see nothing indicating that it was ever apart. Right? And I don't even think you can see the cut here, the, what you call it, the hairline crack. You cannot hear either, in all honesty, right? I just don't know that we have the strength we won't get. So we'll have to double test it tomorrow.
Okay.
If we change anything, we will tell you, but unless you hear from us, that's all, folks. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We're definitely happy with the outcome. We're definitely happy with how the repair went. If you did, we do ask that you give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, the other button works as well. Share, like, subscribe, and let us know what you would like to see in our channel. From the Garage Wizard, Mrs. Wizard, and Elpida, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And we're going to see you again on the weekend with some other fun project. Farewell, friends.